Hello Dairy Today viewers. On behalf of the Market 360 advisors here at Stewart Peterson, I'm Bob Davenport, and this is your Dairy Week in Review for January 31st, 2014. So let's look at where our CME dairy components settled at the conclusion of Friday's trade. Blocks finished the week at $2.36, even up 5 cents. Barrels settled the week at $2.32, even up 4.5 cents. Cash butter was down 1 cent at $1.88 even. February whey closed at $62.72, up just 0.025 cents, and February non-fat dry milk settled at $2.03 even, up just shy of half a cent on the week. Going over to Class 3 futures, it was another big week with February closing at $23.10, up 65 cents. March settled the week at $21.47, up $1, and 2014 average settled at $19.45 this week, up 30 cents. So let's take a look at our second month milk chart. So here we have a weekly chart of February milk. Now February will be in that second month spot until Tuesday of next week, and then February will be rolling into the front month, and this chart will be adjusted as March rolls into that second month spot on the board. However, February is still going strong here this week, mainly continuing to find support from cash cheese. And as you can see on the chart here, as we posted a gain this week of 65 cents, that is our 5th up week in a row now that we've seen on the February contract. Now as you can see, the last really major low that we put in continues to hold here, and that was all the way back in the middle of August, and we'd rallied now over $6 a hundredweight from that August low. And every week here we continue to post more strength. However, we are getting up to some points here where we're starting to see a little bit of selling resistance. So we're getting to the point where you're probably going to want to start thinking about getting a plan in place as to when you're going to take action here, because when this thing turns around, if we do see a correction in the market here, it definitely has the potential to move really fast and be a pretty steep sell-off. So it's best to have a plan in place beforehand as to when you're going to take action and how you're going to protect the best margins that we've seen in years that are present at this time. So again, we'll have to keep a really close eye on things here. Like I said, we're getting to the point now where we are posting new record highs every day here. So we're in the point where a lot of producers are willing to lock in these prices. So we could run into a correction in the market from a technical standpoint at really any point in the future now. So let's take a look at what cash cheese has been doing here. And again, cash cheese has continued to be really the main driver behind this milk rally here. Cheese continues to really be bid up every day. And over the past several weeks, there's been very light volume. There hasn't been very many sellers that have been willing to step in and unload many blocks or barrels. Now, we did see some trades take place this week. We actually saw quite a bit more volume this week than we have in the past several weeks. However, the buyers were still there, and they were still willing to bid those prices up despite the sellers willing to let a couple of blocks go this week. Now, the block barrel average did finish at a new record high this week of $2.34 even. Now on the month, finished today, that's a 41.5 cent rally during the month of January, and that's actually the second biggest up week we've ever seen in cash cheese. Now if you want to see a rally that big, you have to go all the way back to March of 2004 here, where the block barrel average was up just shy of 70 cents that week. Now one thing that we need to really be aware of here is if you look at this chart, once you see these big steep rallies that we've seen in the past, you can see on here just what tends to follow those, and that's these big red bars, and that means that that was a big down month for cash. So if we are going to run into something like that, we need to be prepared for that, because that could put a lot of pressure on milk prices. And as you can see, a lot of times cheese comes down a lot faster than it took it to rally up to that point. So again, just be prepared that this thing can move really fast once the sellers decide to step back in and start moving quite a bit of volume again. So taking a look at the week ahead, again, January milk, the last trading day will be on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, February will roll into that front month spot. Other than that, we'll see a dairy product sales report out on Wednesday. So tune into next week's video for a recap of that. That'll do it for us here today. On behalf of the Market 360 advisors here at Stewart Peterson, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.